You take
Good,
this one.
good afternoon and good Friday, guys. Um, Today was going to be a shorter Friday episode for us. Um, Jay just had operation. Was it yesterday or Wednesday? Yeah, yesterday.
Yeah,
On she got a tooth pulled, so he's in extreme pain today. So
not pain, but it's just
it's
like
uncomfortable.
it's pounding.
Ooh,
Yeah, you know that kind of pain when it doesn't hurt, but it just pounds.
yeah, like throbbing.
Yeah, it's like that. I'm like, oh. When I got home, my whole mouth was all swollen.
Yeesh.
It was good. It was not good yesterday.
Do you know what tooth it was they did it for? Or why they took out the tooth?
That tooth was already about to. I had infection and they couldn't get rid of the infection, so they just said we just have to take the tooth out. And that that's it. If I left it in there, it might have spread the infections to the other tooth, and then I had to take the other tooth out. So they go, why not just take that one out and, and, and deal with it? So I'm like, okay, whatever.
Dang, do they give you medicine at all for it to help with that stuff, or
Yeah, they gave me like Novocaine, a lot of it. I'm like, I told them I do not do pain really well. So I'm all the Novocaine that you have in the office. And they brought out a whole big tray of Novocaine. I'm like, you know, I was kidding about all the in the building. He's like, hey, you say you wanted all the Novocaine? Here you go. I'm
he
like,
was very literate.
yeah, yeah. I'm like, okay. But yeah, he gave me like 10 shots of Novocaine in the mouth, and I did not feel anything. I just I just felt the little pressure when they were wiggling the tooth because they wouldn't come out. So the guy had to force it out.
Dang.
And,
Yeah, I've had teeth stuff. Like when I had my braces in for my teeth, one of the metal things were stuck into it, and
uh,
they had to get like pliers and all that. And they just kept scraping against it on it, and it was just like so uncomfortable.
uh,
Oh,
that oh yeah
yeah,
that
and then they kept just jerking the thing down
yeah
till it
yeah
stuck.
yeah. See, I don't like that.
Yeah, it also happened with my other side too, but I got scared because in this one, they actually almost pulled my tooth out because it was so stuck.
Ooh, okay. Peter had said my phone uses too much data. It sucks. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry
Like,
to
yeah,
hear that,
my
Peter.
phone's been doing that because of my Instagram page. I deleted so many videos of like that I recorded for like the Bucks, Packers, and now the
Oh,
Brewers.
yeah, oh man, yeah.
So I take those videos and then I cut them and edit them a little and then post them.
Mhm.
But I had like 600 videos on my phone that I had to delete because it's just taking too much space.
Good God. Yeah, I have to do the same thing on my phone. Alright, guys, we're gonna get into the show. That thing just came back from Packers family night.
Yes, that everyone is talking about, and it was as dope as people have been talking about.
Yep.
Um, yeah, as some of you guys know from last week, I was on a road trip, and I cut short. Kind of thankfully though, because I was tired. I'm still tired. My body's just drained after doing a lot. But yeah, I came back, and then me and my family went to Packers family night. It started at 5 and didn't end till 10.
Good God.
Yeah. Um, the normal entrance until they're doing a lot of construction. I couldn't do get a video of that, but I got a video going up their grand staircase. If you guys know about that, and then getting a little bit of their practice facility. I know people know they're close, but they're generally across the street from each other.
Yeah.
Lambeau Field and their practice facility. So it's all cool. They're building a lot of other stuff for it seems for the draft outside of Lambeau Field when it comes to restaurants. There's a couple buildings with cranes. I don't know what they are, but they could either be hotels or probably more amenities to do at Titletown. But there's a lot to do. They have this new it's like almost like a field house like restaurant thing where it has like bars and snacks in it. We looked at that for a while before we went inside, but then inside Lambeau Field, and it is. I don't know if it's just like a Midwest or Wisconsin thing, but even though they're all different, a lot of the stadiums here, or at least in I say in Wisconsin, kind of have like a similar vibe when it comes to that like an industrial part. But that's all it is. You go in there, it's all green beams and everything. It's
So,
great.
is that nice?
Oh yeah, it really is nice. They definitely take in the whole theme of their teams. Some teams stadiums aren't like that. Like the Las Vegas Raiders. If you watch Tom Grassi's video or just watch like drone like look over videos.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even though it's blacked out on the outside and inside, you don't really see a lot of Raiders stuff. It's more for luxury. This stadium is specifically Lambeau Field is definitely for just you all know it's just for the Packers and they do everything. They have new upgrades and all that stuff. What they
Yeah,
did.
that's what I heard. I heard that they're doing the upgrade just for the NFL draft next year.
Yes, they so again that's what I'm pretty sure most of the outside stuff are.
Yeah, I think.
When I went to the pro shop in Lambeau Field, I bought a Jordan Love jersey, by the way.
And he's crazy because he paid 130 what? $35, $37 for it?
The jersey itself was 130, but plus tax was 137.
And that's nuts, dude. Why would you spend that much money on a jersey? I don't understand people.
Because I don't like non-official ones, I guess.
But they're a whole lot cheaper.
Hey, at least they're not baseball and soccer jerseys, all right? Those jerseys are $200, all right, and I'm not paying for.
I know those are expensive too.
Yeah, the only jerseys I buy that I'm like, don't buy them a lot, but when I do, it's just football, basketball, and maybe hockey.
All right.
But, yeah.
Ryan says I have 3 jerseys. Are they out real? Are they like NFL?
I have Aaron Rodgers one, Jair Alexander, Charles Woodson.
And how much you pay for those?
Huh?
How much you pay for those?
Nothing, because most of them are from rummage sales or given to me from family members. Besides my Charles Woodson one, but that was old, so I don't remember.
Right, they are all real from the Bucks shop.
See, he paid 130 to 125 for his.
Yeah, see, you got rich, man. You got rich.
No, I'm not. I just make impulsive spending decisions.
You know how many jerseys I have of the Green Bay Packers? I have about over 40 jerseys of the Green Bay Packers, and probably 1 or 2 are real. And the other 38 are not that.
I just one real quick.
But yeah, that's it. Doug Martin, Vincent Jackson, and
I was like, my Rodgers one is a special one too because it's a Super Bowl one.
Oh, you got the Super Bowl one?
Yeah.
But what was that like? Extra?
Yeah, this one was, but my uncle got it a while ago.
Oh, that's nice, dude. You're lucky, man.
And it's the stitched version. The other ones I have aren't the stitched ones.
Yeah. Oh man. Yes. Yeah. See, me, I have the Nick Collins one for the Super Bowl. Nick Collins. That cost me around $200.
Sheesh.
Yeah, that's the only one that cost me $200.
He said he had Doug Martin,
Yeah,
Vince Jackson, Rep, yeah, and Evans.
my goal is to have Evan sign my jersey one day. Hey, that's a good goal to have.
I was like, he's probably one of the only wide receivers. It's not a Packer that I would actually want a jersey of.
Oh
And
yeah, me too.
and Ryan might like this, but I'm one of the outside of the pocket people who actually like the Buccaneers jerseys, especially when they had Bridgewater. Those jerseys were fire.
My all-time favorite Bucks jerseys are the creamsicle color jerseys.
The orange and white ones.
I love those. The
Orange is
throwbacks,
my favorite color, so don't tell Bears
yeah,
fans that though.
those are the coolest ones. If
Yeah,
it,
actually, don't tell Bears fans. Orange and blue are my favorite color.
oh man, hey, just like Purna said, if I lose a bet, I gotta buy I gotta buy a Denver Broncos jersey and wear it on the show.
I have a Denver Bronco beanie because again, orange and blue are my favorite colors.
So
So
yeah,
I like light blue, but their blue is fun
okay.
enough.
And so the next topic is the first Green Bay Packers preseason game is tomorrow night.
Yeah, against the Browns.
Is it really a Brown? I thought it was the Broncos.
It's Browns, and then the second preseason game is the Broncos.
All right, so we play the Brown. Okay, nice.
Yeah.
All right,
And
cool.
I already said Matt LaFleur said he tries to play all the starters. He said yesterday too.
All right.
Yep, every single starter who can play, he said he's going to play for a tiny bit.
All right. I know that Brandon Jacob might not be playing tomorrow because he has a groin injury to the groin. So I know he's not gonna play tomorrow night.
Yeah, Matt LaFleur said anyone who has a minor bang up or is normally on the list will not play. But
Yeah.
anyone who doesn't have anything to be concerned about will get a couple snaps. So probably
All right.
again not all, but just get a few runs in.
But I'm excited to see Michael Pratt at quarterback.
Yeah, I want to see how him and Sean Clifford go against each other.
When the draft happened, Michael Pratt was projected to go in the third or the fourth round of the draft.
Oh, so he super drops.
Yeah, for some reason he dropped to the seventh round, and behold, the Green Bay Packers took another quarterback in the seventh round.
Yeah, just because he hasn't been throwing as many interceptions as Sean has, I think if he does well in preseason, I think it's his job.
I think he can be a starter in the league somewhere.
Yeah, I think it's good to keep him. I know the Packers want to keep both because we spent draft capital on both.
Yeah, but
and you don't want to put one on the practice squad so they don't get like snatched up by someone else.
Yeah, because this sounds like the same thing what the Packers did in the early '90s. They would draft a quarterback every single year in the draft, and then we drafted Matt Hasselbeck in the fifth round, and we traded him to the Seahawks, and we got a second round pick back.
I remember that.
Yeah, so I think we're doing the same thing here again. See if they're any good, if a team needs a quarterback, hey,
Give us
we're
some picks.
yeah, we're open. We're open for options.
Oh
Come
yeah.
get your quarterback.
Yeah, Ryan says not streaming where he's at. Yeah, it's local, even though they said they're having it in uh
It,
Nebraska, Alaska gets the Packer Browns game.
it's well, it's gonna be live on the NFL Network, but I don't know if everybody gets the NFL Network.
Not the Browns one, the Broncos one. Unless it said for you, but when I searched it, it just gave me local
All right.
televisions. Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to see a preseason game because NFL Sunday Ticket they don't show preseason games either.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Italy does not get the NFL Network. You're in
Yeah,
Italy?
that's why I heard. But I heard London gets the NFL Network. So yeah, that's crazy.
Ryan, you're in Italy? What the heck?
No, Ryan's in Florida.
I know he's in Tampa, but as I'm saying, he's in Italy right now. Like,
I am for the next few days.
oh,
He is. Wow. So Ryan's joining us all the way from Italy.
that's what's up. That's what you call a loyal viewer right there.
Okay.
He the man.
I love that, Ryan.
For real,
love
on
that.
vacation, still supporting. That's what's up.
But I still have to take a point off because you're a Bucks fan.
Earl, and it's not the Bucks that I want either. I don't know,
I'm still salty about that NFC Championship game against Tom Brady.
Yeah.
We should have had that win.
Man, all Aaron Rodgers had to do was throw to Allen Lazard. He was open in the top right, man.
Or he just scramble up.
Yeah. He
That's
could have
it,
cut in the middle.
Why throw it to Devontae Adams? He was like triple covered. Devontae Adams was triple covered. Allen Lazard was wide open, or he had a wide lane to run through. I'm like, why? Why?
Was it the same tears when Tom Brady left and you guys realized your franchise was no longer going to be anything?
Give me your tears. Boo-hoo, Ryan. Yeah. You know how much money I lost on that game?
I was like, he's just mad they went from Tom Brady to Baker Mayfield.
Oh, yeah. He is not bad.
No, Baker's cool.
But I believe the Falcons are going to win that division with Kirk Cousins.
You know, I want the Saints to win just because I want to see all the chaos.
Bro, yeah, I know you guys did to Baker Mayfield. That was a ballsy move. Giving Baker all that money.
I don't think it's gonna work out too well.
Yeah. What's the next topic? Got eliminated.
Yep, Giannis. Who I'll talk about him was the leading scorer for the Olympics.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Which has been, I think he was averaging almost 30 points again, just like he was in the NBA. So he was killing it. Sucks to see that, he, put his all out there for his team and just didn't have enough help. And when I'm saying that, I'm not taking anything from the Greece team. They made it this far for the first time, the first Greece team to do it in a long time. So they should be proud of themselves. They just got to practice, get better, because they did do well. It's just they went on so many scoring droughts, and that was a problem. Their defense is pretty good. A guy named Papagiannis as a center. Well, I think he made a case for himself to actually hopefully get signed by the NBA. I think that he will exceed. He's a good pick. He's a good pick and pop player, and he's also kind of good at catching lobs more than I thought. Serbian teams are just trying. Half of the Serbian, no, not half. A
No,
lot of Serbian players used to
most
be
of them
in
are.
the NBA.
Yeah, most of the players are in the NBA, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's like
So
Serbia, Germany, Canada, France, Australia have the
I
most NBA, and of course United States, but I have the most NBA player teams,
yeah,
players on the teams.
but a couple of years back, everybody thought nobody could catch up to the USA.
I'm going to say it's been about 2 Olympics where people thought that other teams could catch up. This is the only one that now is mainstream getting attention, but
Yeah,
because of FIBA and paying attention to that, the world has been catching up to America really fast, and that's because the world is more fun. I don't mean the world, but you know what I mean. Like foreign players
yeah,
are more fundamentally better
yeah.
uh,
It,
than American players, and that's just because American players make you go through AAU, and they play a lot more games. And in Europe, they perfect, they focus on practice
yeah,
more. You know, it's another thing that people say. Like in America, when I say like the woman, the WNBA is fundamentally better. They do plays better. They know how to transition right. They know how to play man defense right. They know how to do plays more right. There's less isolation and ISO ball in women's NBA. And same thing with European basketball. They
but
just listen better.
get the in your opinion, what what country do you think might give the United States run for the money in the next Olympics?
Canada, Germany, Serbia are probably the big three. You can't really forget about Spain, even though they don't have the Gasol brothers anymore.
Yeah,
They've been kind of getting slept on though, so I say Spain's also another one. I was like, there's a lot of teams. France, they need to just get a good guard unit going on, and they'll be up there soon. So they're on the rise, but for sure, I'd say Canada, Germany, and Serbia and Serbia.
okay.
Yeah, those are the ones that the Team USA has to watch out for. But yesterday, Team USA came back like 20 points to win from here. So I think that was something a lot of people are panicking about Team USA, but I just think that American, as much as we have the talent, I just think we do a really bad job of pairing players together. Like we have to get more guys who like to pass the ball. We have too many scores on our team, and I think that's a problem because it takes forever for Team USA to get in a rhythm. And every time we do get in the rhythm, it's in the second half when we're down. We just
So
can't play up to our standards.
so why do you think that is?
We don't get enough practice before the Olympics start. We're the last team to not be formed, but have our official roster. And we got the least amount of time to practice. Like I remember, I think Greece had 3 weeks extra practice than Team USA. So they just don't have that chemistry like other countries do. So that's a big, big problem. And again, that's why we always end up playing from behind, is because we just don't have that, like, oh, I know what you want right away. You find the groove. Oh, he wants the ball here, or he's hot instead of this person's hot. It's a take turn type of team instead of only
But
one.
do you think that'll come back to bite USA in the butt?
Yes. If there's anything that's going to cost us, it is the lack of chemistry we have and the fact that we have too many players that can do too much. Um, and that's just offensively. I think if we balanced it with more defensive players, and I want to even say younger, I think we would have had a more dominant team, because we really only have 3 solid, like great defensive players on Team USA, and Drew Holiday happens to be the best one.
But we have no young guys on the team. They're all.
Yeah, as much as I like Halliburton a little bit, he's kind of annoyed me this last season, especially being a Bucks fan and losing to the Indiana Pacers 4 times. He's they they could have picked Kyrie Irving, my guy Damian Lillard, guys who are offensively sharpshooters, snipers from the 3-point line. Because Halliburton is a better defender than those two guards.
Yeah.
But they're not utilizing him enough, and he needs the ball so much in his hands to play, make, and have the ability. He's almost a non-factor at this point. And they don't play him enough. If they played him enough, put the ball in his hands, then yes, I agree with the move. But the way they're utilizing him, I'd rather just not have him on the team. Nothing against him. That's all against the coaching staff. They're just not utilizing him right.
Okay.
Another thing, Steve Kerr can't be the coach anymore. I'm so done with Steve Kerr as the Olympic coach. He's such a bad at rotations. I understand the Golden State Warriors have won 4 championships in like the last 7 years, but it's like, come on, man. You got other players on your team that are young. Play them. His play calling is pretty bad too.
I think that's why didn't one of the players leave the Warriors?
Yes. Klay Thompson left.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wasn't
getting enough playing time.
And he wasn't getting enough playing time, and he wanted to get money. He's drafted there, sacrificed so much.
Yeah,
he just felt like he deserved
more money. I think I actually took a pay cut 2 years ago.
Yeah, and he said, this would be my last contract.
Yeah.
And he said he wants to get paid before he realized he's going to have to start taking actual vet minimums.
Yeah.
And I think he wanted a 2-3 year deal.
Yeah.
He got a 4-year deal with the Dallas Mavericks, worth way more.
Yeah.
Guy is big, hopefully, and he still gets to compete for a ring.
I think basketball players that make more money than NFL players right now.
Yeah, and I think the reason why that is, and the way it should be, is just because there's lesser players on the team.
And there's more games in
the
season than the football season. So.
Yeah, sometimes I kind of wish NFL football was like soccer, where they would have 2 games a week, but I know that wouldn't be good for the players' bodies. Man. So
yeah,
if the NFL ever did that, they would have to leave the rosters at 90.
Oh, if they did that, they have to make the roster more than 53 players.
Yeah, that's why I said they would leave it at 90.
Yeah, you know how hard the body takes in football. It is no joke.
Yeah, but that also would mean you probably have to use your other quarterbacks more or whatever. Like,
yeah.
Now that that was just a thought, but now that I'm actually trying to think about it, that might actually cause a lot more different strategy. You have to rotate a lot more.
Yeah.
Dang. Maybe that's a topic for like a future.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, that might be a future. Ryan says, can we send a top 4 NCAA college team instead of the chemistry? That is a good question.
There's tiers. There's Group 1, Group 2, and Group 3 college players are in Group 2 of USA.
In the Olympics?
For like the FIBA place that's tied with or aligned with the Olympics. So yeah.
Right.
So they don't play on the Olympic team. They'll play like in the 3 versus 3s. The 3s. If you've seen that, you'll get college players. But this year, a lot of players turned it down, and we didn't end up winning any. Yeah, this is like the first year Team USA's 3s didn't win any medal.
This is not a topic that we discussed to talk about, but I just want to ask you guys one thing. What do you think about all the people's criticism about Simone Biles leaving the Olympics. She left. She left in the middle of the Olympics, and she goes, "I quit." Some people say that she's wrong to do that. Why would you do that to your teammates? You could have won the gold medal, or if you didn't want to do it, we could have had somebody else take your place.
I was
But
like,
like,
but they won like 3 gold medals though for the Olympics.
yeah, but they could have won a lot more. And people
I just
say,
think she was done with all criticism. I think this is the most whiniest Olympics I've ever seen in
yeah,
my
it was.
life.
It was because all the controversy around it.
Like I like sorry to bring I guess somewhat both sides are sensitive as fuck, but like excuse my language, politics. This isn't all I'm being very broad right now, so no one takes offense. But it's just as much as the right likes to say left leaning people are really whiny and weak or soft, they have
Yeah,
been doing the most crying I have ever
yeah.
seen in my life. They are doing no
Oh yeah.
better than the people that they are critiquing. It is very hypocritical, and I just want it all to stop. Why can't we enjoy things?
I mean, it's funny, but you're absolutely right.
like, like people with the whole opening ceremony. I think, and I'm not religious, so it's not going to offend me. But France is one of the most artistic, weirdest countries ever when it comes to how they express themselves with art. People should have seen this coming. They have always been out there. Every single ceremony that I've ever seen that has nothing to do with Olympics, but as with sports, has always been weird in France. Like,
But as a Christian, I do think that was not a good idea for them to do that.
oh yeah, no, they should have seen. As much as I don't bother me, they should have seen that they would have caught some fire from that. That out of all the stuff that people are complaining about, that's the only one where I'm like, all right, I can see that. I can see why.
I don't mess around with religion. That's the
Well,
one place that I don't go.
well, yeah, just like Ryan said though, that's why I was like, it wasn't even the Last Supper. It was remnants of it, but it wasn't.
Yeah,
Right?
but
The director and the director of the performance and one of the governors from France said that it's not.
it's not. But people know what it is, and they should have thought about. They should have thought about it a little bit more before they did it. That's all I'm saying. They should have thought about it a little bit more before they did it.
Yeah, I just think they probably were going for something more of just trying to show
Yeah, I get
everyone.
it. They're trying to show their artistic side, but they could have did it in a different way.
Yeah,
But
like and people were mad that Gojira was playing. That's just again, people are not used to metal anymore.
yeah, so
They're like, oh my god, it's Satan. I'm like, no, they're just a heavy metal band.
Ryan said if it was clarified, then you can't go back to harmful. Yeah, you're right, Ryan, but still.
Yeah. And it
But
what and
that's Adam. I just wanted to bring that up.
yeah, and I guess the going back to your point real quick, because I remember like it was supposed to represent like the Renaissance type of
Yeah,
era and all that stuff. So like even though religion I guess was a play, also religion was that's when like science was coming around. That's when the war with religion and science
yeah,
happened. So that's what kind of the directors were going with because again France and where Ryan is in
uh,
Italy were one of the two biggest factors in those eras.
yeah.
So that's how I took it in. But again, I guess uh
But the religion is a slippery slope. If you go too far, it's bad.
yeah, but I also think that this is also real quick has to do with what's the word where countries just not knowing each other. Like I
Yeah,
being into architecture and history know that France itself is not that heavy of a religious country as a whole as it is. There definitely are churches and a lot of religious people in there, but as a country itself, not too much.
Yeah.
So I can see it's not a language barrier, but the culture barrier differences between. Yeah. So like people in France didn't get mad and didn't care in certain other European countries. But then when you go to very hard Christian countries like America, actually it was really just America that was complaining about it. But
yeah, we were.
But yeah, that's why I think it was just the countries' culture differences.
Yeah. I just wanted to bring that topic up.
Yeah, I think, and another cool thing that I guess that would rip in is people were also got mad when it was in Beijing, China, all those years ago, and they were doing China rituals instead of praying and stuff. Yeah, that one's a little bit different. It's not a performance; it's culture. But like, see how it's not aligning with certain other people's views, and people are not going to like it. So even though I do agree with you that it was a little bit on the sensitive side, I feel like people were going to try and find something to complain with anyways, because people before that scene happened were complaining about the metal band. Yeah. And they saw that and they were like, oh no, oh it's not mine, that's not my Olympics.
Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right about that one.
And then we'll have you then the next topic talk about SummerSlam, and then I'll talk a little bit more about Family Night, and then we'll call it.
It was a great pay-per-view. First of all, I want to thank Tom Grassi. He rated me. Somebody.
Agree, Ryan.
Somebody actually, one of my subscribers actually went over to Tom Grassi's live stream, and he donated $10 and asked him to rate my channel.
Oh, whoever that is, W subscriber.
So I want to thank his screen name is Demon Cole. Demon Cole.
He's a Cole fan, or he don't like Cole.
I know, but he works in the wrestling media for all the companies for internet. So he worked for Vince Russo. He's the editor, and he's the editor to all these wrestling podcasts. So he said, anytime if I need any interview with any wrestlers I can ask him, and he can get me in contact with those pro wrestlers.
That's fire.
So I just want to thank Demon Cole for that.
Yeah, that's a real one right there.
So yes, and he's a subscriber to the channel, and he's a subscriber to Tom's channel. And I want to give his little brother a shout out. He's 11 years old, and he does have cerebral palsy, like I do. And he said that he's a big fan of my channel. He watches this channel with his older brother all the time.
That's dope. Well, if they're watching, hello.
Yeah.
Or to watch
later. Out to you. And getting back to the SummerSlam, it was shocking. It was shocking what happened.
Yeah, the only thing I know is the Roamster came back.
There were there were 4 title matches. The first title match was Damian Priest versus Gunther. And Damian Priest had the match won, but he got screwed by his own teammate because of jealousy. Finn Balor backstabbed Damian Priest in the back.
Is this babyface Finn back? Are we finally going to get?
No, it's the bad guy. No.
So Priest is now the baby
Yeah,
face.
Priest is the good guy now.
Wow, I didn't think I would ever see that happen. He's such a good heel.
But the first match we're gonna talk about is Rhea Ripley's title match against Liv Morgan. It ties into the Damian Priest title match.
Okay.
The first title match was for the heavyweight women's champion, where Liv Morgan won the match, but Rhea Ripley got betrayed by Dominic Mysterio. So Dominic backstabbed Rhea in the back and fell in love with Liv Morgan, and Liv Morgan held onto the title. Then later on, you can see in like a backstage video, the whole Judgment Day group, they were talking about taking Rhea out and Damian Priest out.
Dang.
So now the leader of the Judgment Day is Finn Balor.
That's cool.
Yeah, so Finn that
Didn't see that.
now the weird part is Rhea and Damian are making their own Judgment Day group. So I'm like, are we gonna have another bloodline from Bloodline here?
Yeah. Real quick, I never knew why WWE does dating storylines. One, like Dominic and Rhea are both married. I can't stand Rhea Ripley's husband. And no, it's not just because I'm jealous. I'm not dating her. I don't have a chance.
Well, you don't like Buddy Murphy?
No, I don't like him.
What is your problem with Buddy Murphy?
I don't know. He just never clicked with me, I guess.
Yeah, but you know what the weird part is? When he was in WWE, he had a storyline that he was in love with Dominic Mysterio's sister.
Yeah, I guess that's probably why I was like,
That was
do that. That makes sense, but man, he just does not. I just don't. He's just not charismatic to me.
Yeah,
like when he's on screen, I don't like any of his wrestling moves. There's just nothing. Yeah. There's nothing appealing to him for me. Like
I get it. Yeah, I do get where I do where you're coming from about Buddy Murphy.
Yeah, when he told me that, when I found out that him and Rhea
Ripley was married.
Thank you. We're married. I was like, good shit, man. I was like,
yeah. We know we all know who got lucky in that one.
Definitely him. I don't. Hey, and now this is different. Hey, again, he doesn't seem like a bad guy, but I don't see it. But again,
and Rhea is a bigger talent than Buddy Murphy.
Yeah, but most wrestling couples, I don't get how they're together. It's just I don't know what it is with the wrestling community, but they make the weirdest couples.
Wait. So do you think Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins?
That is weird. Yes, they I think they are a good couple and they fit well together. But like if someone like before it happened would say, "Hey, did you think Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch would you ever get married?" No.
No.
Hey,
but they have a daughter.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I see Seth. That's probably why they're making a couple. Is I see Seth being such a goof. I mean Becky Lynch being such a gooster, and Seth Rollins is kind of not serious, but more on the serious side. So that's probably why they help balance each other out.
We're going to go to the Intercontinental title match. Braun Breaker versus Sami Zayn. That match just sucked.
He's just straight out straight to the point. That match sucked.
I gotta say it sucked. It only lasted like 3 minutes. The whole match was 3 minutes.
Dang.
It's like both of the entrants was longer than the match.
Yeah, a title match should be no shorter than 15 minutes, I feel.
Yeah. And Braun Breaker won the belt in 3 minutes with 2 spears.
That's dumb.
I'm like,
Sami Zayn deserves better than that.
yeah. Well, he does have a rematch on Monday Night Raw.
Yeah, but like I don't know, like from when I'm watching the WWE has always done Sami Zayn wrong. They went and took him from a cool, serious character, then they made him a joking or I say a punching bag, a joke, and then now they're making him serious again. It's just like y'all killed his momentum years ago.
But you know what's gonna happen? It sounds like they're gonna bring Sammy and Jey Uso together to go back to the bloodline with Roman Reigns.
Okay. I was like, that sounds interesting. I hope they make it up for Sami Zayn because he was one of my favorites for a while.
Right now, I know Sami Zayn and Jey Uso are wrestling Finn Balor and JD McDonagh for the title belt, the tag team title.
That's gonna be a nice one.
So I think they're gonna win the title belt.
That'd be a good one.
Then the next match was CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre. And special guest referee Seth freaking Rollins. That match was horrible.
Another one back to back. Back to back horrible ones. Damn.
No, it was like 25 minutes long, right? The match was alright, but the finish of the match, I didn't like the finish of the match. CM Punk had the win. He had the win. He had Drew McIntyre in like a submission move.
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden he looks down at Drew's wrist and he sees him wearing his bracelet with his wife's name on it. So CM Punk let go of the submission and took the bracelet off Drew McIntyre. And all of a sudden, for some reason, he dropped the bracelet. Seth Rollins put it on his wrist, and then CM Punk saw that, and he gave Seth Rollins the GTS move.
Oh dang!
So Seth was out, and all of a sudden CM Punk goes over to Drew McIntyre, and Drew McIntyre just kicks him in the balls. And that's how CM Punk lost the match. Because he got kicked in the balls. I'm like,
is it just me, or does it seem like in the last decade, and there's a lot for WWE.
Oh yeah,
almost all the matches just don't end with someone getting pinned anymore.
Yeah, you're right.
Like it's always interference. It's always something you never really hear the 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Like I missed that from.
Yeah, I missed the old wrestling days.
Like we used to get pay-per-views where every match would end with someone getting pinned, not one interference.
With no controversy.
I don't think we've had a pay-per-view in what? It's probably since the early 2000s where there hasn't been one pay-per-view where it hasn't ended with 1 or 2 matches getting interfered with.
Yeah.
or they can go back where they still can interfere, but matches would still end in a count. You know?
Yeah, like, it would. Yeah,
like you would have when Batista, Eddie Guerrero, and Rey Mysterio were in that thing in that dispute, and Batista would come to the ropes, and then Rey Mysterio kicked him and still pinned Eddie. Like, like there's interference, there's tension. You're like, oh no, he's gonna lose, but then he does the good thing and comes back. Like that's good building right there. instead of
Yeah,
someone comes in and just jumps somebody and ding 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 ding, their match is over. Like,
yeah, you're absolutely right. And we're getting to the last match of the night.
ooh,
It's for
this
the
one I'm excited
Universal
for.
Heavyweight Championship match. Solo Sikoa versus Cody Rhodes. Right before the match happened, you can see Cody Rhodes talk to Arn Anderson, the legendary Arn Anderson.
Nice.
And then all of a sudden, he's walking down the hallway with his white dog. I don't know why he would bring a dog to the ring, but he did. And then the match started. It was going fine, 1-on-1 for about 5 minutes, because the match had a bloodline rules match where anybody can interfere in the match.
Okay.
So the first interference came like 5 minutes into the match, and it was Tonga Loa and Tonga Tia for Solo Sikoa. Then after that, you see Randy Orton and Kevin Owens come out and take care of the two guys. Then all of a sudden, you see Jacob Fatu coming out.
I don't even know who that is.
He's the enforcer to Solo Sikoa.
Okay.
And the cousin of Solo Sikoa. But the guy is crazy. He put Cody Rhodes on the announce table, climbed up to the top of the rope, and did a frog splash. But I think he really got hurt. I could see his ankle just hanging there, moving around. It looked like it was broken.
So he'll probably be out for action for a while.
Yeah. And all of a sudden, it seemed like Solo was gonna win the match. And all of a sudden, you hear the music come on for Roman Reigns. And it had to take like 4 minutes of that song. He would not come, nobody was coming out. I'm like, why are they playing Roman Reigns music if he's not gonna come out?
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah. And all of a sudden, he comes out, the whole crowd is like, has a big pop. He gets into the ring. By this time, we don't know who he's going to go after. Is he going to go after Cody Rhodes? Or is he going to go after Solo Sikoa? So he finally makes it into the ring. He does a Superman punch onto Solo Sikoa. Then he goes into the corner of the ring, and then he does his spear thing onto Solo. Yeah, and he gets up and he looks at Cody Rhodes and gives him a little smile and just walks out of the ring. I'm like, that's it. That's all he's gonna do is a Superman punch, spear, and give a little chuckle to Cody Rhodes and just leave.
It would have been better if you beat the crap out of both.
Yeah, it would have. But you know, I know what they're trying to do. They're trying to make Roman Reigns' bloodline into a babyface bloodline, so they can go after the heel Solo Sikoa's bloodline. So I get it. So yeah.
Yeah, but it would have been cool to make him neutral.
Yeah. And now
have the fans pick, who do they like him now?
Yeah,
definitely. I agree with them. Him going after Sikoa first, and then Rhodes second. So this way, people could see, he definitely doesn't like his cousin and bloodline anything no more. But then it would show a message to Cody, like, even though I'm not with my family no more, like that, you're not safe either.
Yeah.
That's what I
And
would want.
so yeah, so tonight's Friday Night SmackDown, he's gonna actually be at SmackDown tonight
Okay.
talking.
Is it on USA, right? Or is it
I think it's on Fox.
Fox? Oh yeah, I forgot. It's
So
Fox,
yeah,
and then Raw's moving to Netflix.
yeah, and then SmackDown is moving to USA.
Okay.
So yeah, but yeah, that's all about it. That was the whole pay per view. We got to see what Roman thinking tonight because he's gonna address the audience tonight at SmackDown and tell people why he did it, who he's gonna be aligned with, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I think he's going to pop. Seems like they're going up with the Cody Rhodes team up, but it
Yeah,
also could be a triple threat match type of thing where
or
Cody's all alone.
it might be a 4-on-4 match.
Yeah. Who would be the fourth?
For Roman,
Yeah.
I know it's gonna be Jey Uso, Jimmy Uso, and they might bring back not Kevin Owens, but Sami Zayn.
They should bring back the Usos' sister.
Uso's sisters,
Isn't it Natal?
Natalia, not Natalia,
No.
Tamina.
I think so, yeah.
Tamina is not a cousin. Oh,
No, they're no,
Nia Jax.
it's not Nia Jax, is it?
Nia
She
Jax is a cousin to The Rock.
No, she debuted with the Usos. It was the three of them. It was the two Usos and their sister.
I gotta look into that.
Oh, let me see if I can find.
I don't think they don't have a sister.
Oh,
Jimmy and Jay they don't have a sister. Jimmy and Jay. They have cousins and second cousins.
I'm searching it real quick. I just hate that YouTube's on here.
But yeah,
I guess Nia Jax is not. She was just a cousin.
Nia Jax is a cousin, and she also got a win at SummerSlam. She is the new SmackDown Women's Champion. She beat Bayley for the SmackDown Women's Champion.
Yeah, no, they just. I guess they just had her playing. I just look at it as storylines for 14 years ago. That
Yeah,
she was playing the sister, just how they have wrestlers date each other.
yeah.
So yeah, so that was solved.
But yeah, that was the whole pay per view. I give it like a C plus.
Sounds about it. Could have been better.
I would have gave it a 8, probably 8 minus if the Intercontinental Championship match wasn't short.
Well, it also just sounds like it was just bad in general.
It was. That was horrible.
Dang, this is also the problem of having like older wrestlers and keep pushing them. Is I also another thing is, I mean, this is just I guess crapping on WWJ. No, I didn't mean it to, but but like high flying stunt acts, like that's why people like AEW right now is because they're doing a lot of those oh my god moments. You don't really get to see that with the storylines in WWE are way better. I can already tell, but it seems like the actual in ring intensity is missing.
But right now it looks like AEW is turning into WWE because when AEW first started, they had their original wrestlers, right? But now they're hiring every single guy that got fired from the WWE. And it's looking like WWE 2.0 with all these ex WWE guys.
Yeah, but they're kind of getting the guys I like still though.
So, but yeah, I give it a C plus. It wasn't bad. It wasn't good. So it was right in the middle. I wish you could have joined us.
Yeah, same. Just because it would have been cool to see all that stuff. But
But
next pay per
I know,
view.
but I know you went to the family night.
Yeah, and Jordan Love was killing it, man. Like the whole
Yeah,
team was seeing them out there. They were all energetic, feeding off the fans. 60,000 people showed up for practice.
good God.
Um,
I mean, what other team can have that many fans come out just to watch a
the,
practice?
the only team that was close enough was the Eagles.
Yeah,
We beat them by, I want to say it was 20,000.
yeah. See, and I mean, Green Bay Packers fans, hands down, the best.
Yeah, and it was weird. There's some Bears and Vikings fans there. You know, yeah, it
Oh,
was weird. But
ouch!
I was just making the joke like they just want to see how a winning organization works. So
Hey, no, that's true though. That is true.
they're like, "Huh, this is what it's like to be around greatness."
Yeah, because they don't know because they never had Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers, and Jordan Love back to back to back quarterbacks.
Oh yeah, no, nothing like that. And they didn't even have any like fan nights or open practices
Yeah,
like
yeah.
this. But no, it was great. I got to see that great Romeo Dobbs catch that Christian Watson one too, where he goes out of bounds. Um, Jerry Alexander seems like he's back. He found himself. He was playing so tight coverage. It was actually cool to see how they were doing stuff. They were having the wide receivers and quarterbacks and safeties doing one on ones.
Mm.
Then they're having the offensive linemen versus the defensive linemen having ones. And then behind the offensive players doing ones, they also had the rest of the team doing like field goal and kick return plays. I got to see them practice the kick return a lot with Keyshawn Nixon. He's gonna have another Pro Bowl year, man. I was so nervous and like a little bit
Uh,
cautious with this new rule, but the fact that we have Keyshawn Nixon makes me love it. Like he was. I'm also worried because this is also practice. I'm worried about our special teams. He was able to get so many holes.
ooh, right.
Keyshawn Nixon was getting through. Like, I would say it's like a double-edged sword. It's like crap. Is our special teams bad or is Keyshawn Nixon just as good?
Hold that thought.
Chiefs fans said something.
Chief fan says, great interview with Perna. You should take his advice and cover Texans. I am going to cover the Texans a little bit more on the channel.
Yeah, and I'll help that out too by doing some more stuff for
Yeah.
the pod. Talk about the Strouds.
And then, hey, Chief fan, then you're going to like this one. I got an interview with Tree, and I also got an interview with Five Guy Vid. But the
I knew
only
this.
guy I
What?
need to get is Scooter, but Scooter's not answering my DMs or my email or my Twitter. That's driving me crazy. But I'm trying to get all the clickbait members.
Yep.
But yeah, but go ahead, Kendrick. About the
Um.
pack.
Yeah. And then Jeff Halfley, he is like the video of him going out talking with Strokes right now has been going out of him being so hands on, and he is. That dude, that defensive coaching staff is really hands on, man. Like
Okay.
they were getting hyped the way you can see them interacting with the players. From the last family night I went to this one, whole new energy, whole new excitement. I was already excited
Hmm.
for the season, but now I only am excited. I am hyped. I am so excited that it's so easy to crush my dreams right now. The Packers could hurt me this season.
Oh, yeah, but let me ask you a question here. Oh, did you hear who's going to be opposite of Jair Alexander at number two?
It
Is
seems
it
like
going
it's
to be
Stokes. It
Stokes?
seems like it's Stokes. Yeah,
Oh, really?
yeah. When they were doing the one drills, it seemed like it was him.
So he actually was there at practice?
Yep, him and Valentine both were.
And who looked better, Valentine or Stokes?
Stokes seemed like he was able to stay with them more, but Valentine looked like he was more hands-on aggressive.
Uh,
So like no one was beating Stokes, and people were beating Valentine, but Valentine was doing a good job of coming back because he's really good with his hands. They both have different skill sets. You can really
oh
tell
yeah,
that
yeah, 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 yeah.
Stokes is with his legs can keep up with any wide
Oh,
receiver.
he's the best.
His hands though for like vertical stuff, I think he's gonna have a good year getting interceptions or getting a lot of deflections this year. And then I think with Valentine, when you put him in, he's going to get a lot of like lower bat ways and stuff because he's so like like
Yeah,
so shoulder to shoulder with his wide receivers. That's what I realized. Stokes good for vertical, uh, and Valentine good for being equal with the wide receivers.
so
So I think we're set. It is going to be very hard, but I would just give it to Stokes right now just because of his speed. One play that it didn't show was Christian Watson beat him for a second, and he Stokes caught up right back, and Christian Watson was still able to catch the ball, but it was close.
yeah.
Like he had his hand in there and everything, so it was great. Fighting for the ball, equal ball that just Christian
Yeah,
Watson
so
won
yeah,
because he's
that,
taller. That and that was a perfect thing that you can see the growth in Christian Watson is instead of him running to it, like he actually was allowing like how Romeo Dobbs most of the time will use his hands to go to a ball instead
yeah,
of turning his body,
yeah,
and Christian Watson would always turn his body instead of just
yeah.
his hands. That play he used his hands and did not turn his body. It was a very Romeo Dobbs like catch where he was sideways, put his hand out, reached over Stokes and got it. Like that's what you
But
want to see with his lengthiness.
does he look healthy?
Yeah, he looked good. He was moving fine. Wasn't any hobbling or
Uh,
anything.
yeah, I'm worried about the hamstring.
No, he looked fine. Nothing gingery, or like awkward looking.
I thought Dante Wicks is gonna have a breakout year, but what do you think? Who do you think is gonna have a more breakout year? Him or Romeo Dobbs or Jalen Reed?
I think Romeo Dobbs is going to be the guy. He, in my eyes, stole the family night on offensive.
Uh,
Um, his route running, his route running was so much more crisp. Again, the way he attacks, like not attacks, but can get to the ball, like he just gravitates it faster than anyone else. As soon as Jordan Love throws it, he's going to it. He's going to make it.
and,
Um,
and it looks like Jordan Love looks for Romeo Dobbs on third down.
yeah, there was a cool play where him. By the way, him and Jair Alexander went against each other the most out of
Yeah,
all
oh
the.
yeah, yeah. Well, I was watching an interview on Family Night with Jair. Jair said that he wanted to go up against the best receiver that Green Bay had, and he said that was Romeo Dobbs. And when a cornerback says that about a receiver, you know there is something there.
Oh yeah, and you can see like, dude, he was beating Jair Alexander. Like, thankfully, Jair Alexander is so good at closing up that
Oh
gap
yeah,
between
yeah,
his face. But there's something with Romeo Dobbs how he's so good at keeping his upper body straight, but then like his hips too, but switching his legs and direction, and then he's just so precise and clean. Like you could tell he's 1, 2, 3 step and turn with his hips still straight so he can catch the ball. And then that's when Jair was closing on him. I think this is the one I recorded, and Jair bats it away, but that just shows like how good they were. It was boom, Dobbs got open, Love threw that, was in the hole, but then again, you get to see how great Jair is. He closed the gap, put his hand in the middle, and knocked the ball out. Like
yeah.
it was so awesome to see them go back. They went back and forth, I think, like 7 times
Good God.
in that one stretch.
So who in your eyes, who do you think was the winner in that drill?
I'm gonna say Jair just because he did it, but the last 3 catches Romeo Dobbs got at the end, I'm actually going to make him winner now, actually, thinking about it. He had 2 that went over Jair, and then he had another one, which was they ran the same play that I told you where Jair won, and he knocked it out.
Yeah.
They did the same exact one, but Jordan Love threw it a little bit
Higher.
forward in Dobbs, and Dobbs had to actually make a sideways dive for it and call it. And the
Oh
whole
wow.
crowd was like, oh. Yeah,
That's
he
it.
he burnt Jair on that one. He went because Jair was with him, and he did a little stutter and went right, and that stutter right got a big gap on Jair.
I'm excited, man.
So, and then Bullard, he's aggressive. Or oh my
So,
god, he's
so do you think he's gonna be opposite of McKinney?
oh yeah, I think he will. There's definitely rookie mistakes you got to see there. A little overzealous, a little too.
Well, yeah, you're gonna get that with the rookie.
Oh yeah. So, but I'm saying in his turn, even though it was costing him a little bit, I loved seeing it. Even though he was missing tackles, they were impressive misses, and you don't hear that, or I never really get to say that a lot. If someone misses a tackle, it was impressive, and it was. Even though he missed, he was good enough to at least deters them, make them get them off balance, for help. And he was getting at himself a lot too. That's another thing I saw is every time he made a mistake, he was always like hitting his head. That sounded a lot louder than it was, guys. But he kept hitting his head. He kept hitting the floor. Like you can tell he was getting frustrated with himself, missing stuff. But again, Wicks and even McKinney talked to him on the sidelines for him not to get hard on himself. And it was really cool to see that.
Oh, that's cool, man.
That team support,
Yeah, helping the young guy out.
It reminded me of when Wicks dropped the pass last year and Aaron Jones lifted his head up type of thing. Bullard didn't have his head down, thankfully, but he was like doing this, like talking to himself. And McKinney came up to him first and was talking to him, and then Wicks came up and was probably just telling him, hey man, like it's okay to be hard on yourself sometimes, but don't, you keep practicing, keep at it, you'll get better type of thing.
Yeah.
So it was just cool to see that from a defensive player and an offensive player going to another defensive player.
Hey, man, that's a team effort.
Yeah, and then Matt LaFleur, man. He was.
I guarantee he's gonna win Coach of the Year.
Yeah, his hospitality there in the night when he was talking to the fans was so great. He's definitely a dad. He's definitely the dad.
Yeah, that's what I heard. I heard from different players that Matt LaFleur makes dad jokes inside the locker room.
And he made one. I don't remember what it was. It got a little chuckle off of me, but I never hear Matt LaFleur yell or anything. Like, when he was on the thing, he was like, "Yeah, let's go!" Like, he's trying to get the hype crowd, and he's like, "Yeah, I want to hear you guys, woo!" But No, he was actually loud.
Yeah,
Showed
yeah,
emotion.
he gets the crowd involved. Dude. He gets the crowd involved.
Yeah, he was
After that.
showing emotion.
Yeah,
You could tell too. A lot of the young rookies were walking around Lambeau Field when they came out for the introductions. They were just like soaking it in. It was just again a great experience. If anyone's watching and you have a chance to go to family night, I
man,
take it.
it
Tickets
sounds,
start off at $10. So
yeah, it sounds awesome. I wish I could have been there, but unfortunately, I live about 5,000 miles away.
yeah, we'll get you here next year. So for the draft.
I hope. But
I
yeah,
was like,
yeah,
hopefully this sets off. Maybe we can do like our first panel or something at the draft.
yeah.
Maybe get Tom to join us or whatever. He'll be the main attraction.
I mean, actually, Tom moved to Green Bay.
He moved already, or is he moving?
I think he already moved. No, he is gonna move. I think he said he finalized on the house.
That's dope.
So
I was like, yeah, Green Bay is pretty good. Milwaukee is also good, but people have a crime, say there's a
yeah,
crime problem. But again, I always tell people every major city that has over 100K people has a crime problem. It's an American problem,
yeah, it
not
is
just the
an
city.
American problem. But
But we're getting there.
we're not
Crime's
gonna go into
dropping.
that kind of politics.
That's not politics. That's just human rights. But it kind of is. But we're getting there. They've come out saying like
Yeah.
reports that crime is better. But that's always a thing where Jay says you gotta treat people with kind respect.
Oh yeah,
Stay
you
positive.
always have to. Yeah. All right, guys, that's it. I thought we were gonna do a short podcast today, but we went over about 2 hours, no, hour and 17 minutes.
Yeah, so a normal one.
And my tooth is killing me right now.
Yeah, it was. I like how we talked yesterday and made mine short, but then we talked. It's the wrestling stuff. Every time we talk about wrestling,
I get so excited about wrestling, man. I don't know what it is. I love talking about wrestling.
yeah, whenever time we talk about wrestling, it's always long.
I mean, it's great to be a wrestling fan right now.
Yeah, it really is. Especially until there is so much dynamic, like
Yeah.
in it.
It got way better after Vince McMahon got fired or whatever.
Sure, they should have done that sooner.
You know, when the UFC took over WWE, the product got a lot better.
For real. And they said Dana White's not a part of it, so that also made it good.
Yeah, that's a plus also.
Because I'm sorry, if Dana White was a part of it, this would have not been good.
It would have been the same thing like Vince McMahon.
Exactly. You get it 100%. 100%.
Yeah, it would have been crappy.
It's just the investors of UFC and
Yeah, the TKO.
yeah.
I am a stockholder of WWE.
Oh snap!
So I made a little bit of money on the WWE.
That's dope. That's dope.
So I bought about 10 shares, and I made double the profit what I paid.
Sheesh.
So I'm still a shareholder. And I also have a share of the Packers.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. The next time they do the run of shareholders,
Yeah.
I want to. To be honest, though, I wish I was rich enough so I can buy a stock in the Milwaukee Bucks. That'd be cool.
Oh, that would be awesome. But man. All right, guys, that is it for today. We thought we were gonna do like a 30-minute one, but it's my fault that we had to talk about SummerSlam.
No, it was all fun. I just hope that you're okay. So
I'm sorry. I just need to rest for tomorrow, because tomorrow I have a big interview with your lady Tree.
Tree.
Yeah, Tree.
Isn't that funny that his name's Tree, but he's a Steelers fan?
Yeah. And the funny thing is that Brandon Perla told me about Tree. He's the one that helped Brandon and Tom get over 600K subscribers.
I was like, yeah, I feel like this isn't negative or anything. As much as Tree likes to see himself or present himself as like the hard ass of the group.
Yeah,
he's such a genuine human. He's such a human being. He's such a genuine human being, a nice guy.
Man. All of them are.
Oh yeah, all of them are, but he's the one that hides it the most.
Yeah, he does hide it the most.
He'll rather be like, "Oh man, you fucking suck," and then later be like, "Nah, you're cool."
But for me, it all started with Tom Grassi there. The first time he rated me, I did not know who Tom Grassi was.
You know what's crazy? Tree was the reason that I found Tom Grassi.
All right.
Yep, I watched Tree's oh my god, not the unscripted, the guide videos. The NFL, the 2020 preseason guide videos. But I used to do it when he did it at the NBA. And then I just got a suggestion from Tom, and this was like 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah.
5 years. I say 5 years ago. Yeah, no, 5 years ago, because it was right before COVID is when I got into Tom Grassi. And then that's when Tom rated you too.
And then the funny thing is, you found me thinking of Tom.
Yep.
So it's a full circle.
Yeah, and it was crazy. Like when I watched his live, you were the first channel that he rated that I was.
Yeah, you was. I didn't know who Tom was. I was like,
yeah.
I was just stoked that it was. I was having that many people come into the channel. I'm like,
bro, you had like 600, almost 700 people come into that one.
Yeah.
That's like a core. That's like a core online memory.
And speaking of that, people started to donate cash to me too. In that one night, I made over $1,200.
Sheesh.
Oh,
I wish I could get that. That pay for my PC.
Oh crap! We're still alive.
Yeah, we see.
I should have never talked about money like that.
It's just we have such a good time. That's what it is. It's just too fun.
Yeah, guys. Yeah. So that's the end of the show. Forget about the money part.
Yeah, we can turn it off. We'll talk after.
I'm not doing this because of the money. I'm doing this because I love it. Wink, wink.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, but guys, I generally love doing
Jimmy
this
Jones.
with you guys. I love it. I love doing it with Kenton. Hey, Jimmy.
I appreciate it.
And it's just fun. It relaxes me from all the stress in the week. I look forward to this. I know that you guys love it, so.
Yeah, and I've actually got a good feedback from friends, family, and then again your subscribers telling us stuff. The Discord goes off sometimes too on topics. That's how I found out that people want to talk about Formula One.
And then I gotta tell you the truth. I haven't looked at the Discord for a week.
Come on, Jay.
I don't know what. Ryan made me make the Discord channel. I never check it. I had that for like 4 years now. I never checked it until last year. I'm like,
I was like, yeah, that's why I'll be trying to post more on Jay's
yeah.
Discord.
I'm like, oh crap. I got to get more involved with the Discord thing.
I was like, yeah, they added a lot too, where you can connect your Discord to your PlayStation 5 now,
Okay.
and you can
Cool,
like
cool.
talk and do parties in there.
Maybe I can do that some nights and play video games.
So yeah, now you can play with Xbox players and PC players.
Yeah. What about PS5?
Yeah, because it's like where you go to talk to people in the normal PlayStation party.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Discord icon is right under all of that.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
All right, guys. That is it for this show.
Episode 9.
I can't believe it's been nine weeks already.
For next week is episode 10, man. I'm so
Yeah.
happy.
And we'll keep doing it until you guys hate it.
Oh yeah.
Or you get sick of us.
They'll never get sick of us. We'll probably get sick of them before that. We love you guys.
Or I might get old and none of my young viewers love me anymore.
Oh, no, they can start calling you dad. They can start calling you Internet J Dad. That would be.
Oh, that would suck. that would suck.
I was like, what? People call that Tom Grassi, but people kind of see him like our teacher Tom.
At least it's teacher Tom.
Hey, he's probably gotten called dad a couple of times being a teacher. I know I've called a couple teachers mom on accident.
And I'm also trying to get interview with other YouTubers. Like, She's Got Sports.
Okay.
I don't know if you guys know who she is.
Yep. Tom.
But she's a big New York Giants fan. And she live streams the New York Giant games. And she rated my channel once.
Excuse me.
So, but yeah, guys, that's it for today's show. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And like I always say, stay safe, stay positive, and you know what to say, Captain?
Go, Pack, go.
And we'll see you next time.
Deuces.
That'd be a good idea for. Yeah, Jimmy, I'm doing the interview tomorrow with Curry.
Yes, sir. It's official. So.
Yeah, it is official. I just talked to him this morning.
So yeah, make sure you're tuning in. I'll for sure be tuning in. So.
Yeah, later, Chief Sam. I hope you guys have a great. Yeah,
see you, Jimmy.
All guys have a great weekend. And we're going to sign off, and we'll see you next Friday. All right, you guys. You have a good one. And late.